Hello there guys, welcome to Dino's Vault, and the wait is over. The hype is real. The hype is so big that it went all the way to Thailand. And what is this all about? The hunter. The hunt is on. What are they hunting? You can say any bike priced below 2 lakhs is being hunted on by the Hunter 350, because this is the same thing that they did when they launched the 650 twins. They really changed the game, turned the market upside down, and everything went total chaos mode. Now out of nowhere the Hunter 350 has arrived, and it is their most affordable motorcycle, one of the most affordable motorcycles, priced at just 1,49,900. So almost for the price of a 160 or 150 you're getting a Hunter 350, a 350cc bike with the tried and tested J series engine, very refined, with slightly tweaks done and slight mods done to make it more nimble, more agile. One of the most swift footed and best handling Royal Enfield bikes to date. So why am I so excited? At the same time I'm a little disappointed. So this will be weighing the pros and the cons. What is the trade-off that you and me have to make, or what is the trade-off that the company had to make to arrive at this killer pricing, and what are the variants on offer? Let's get started without wasting any more time. This is the all black color, looks classy and elegant. I love it the way it is, rather than throwing too many colors or on it. This is the most beautiful color scheme and the most beautiful silhouette that I like. Simple is beautiful. Now talking about the design influence, it kind of reminds you of a scrambler. The first look at it, especially when you look at the lifted up tail section, you can see the lifted up tail section and the rear mudguard kind of reminds you of a scrambler immediately. If only you remove the front fender and slap a beak here, that will give you a proper scrambler look. Another thing, for the first time ever, again you get 17-inch wheels on a Royal Enfield. Earlier we used to get 18-inch wheel or a 19-inch wheel, but this is the first time that we are seeing 17-inch wheels, and the reason is to make it a neat handling machine, easy and flickable machine, easy to flick around machine. So flickability, maneuverability, handling is the forte and has been the name of the game for the Hunter 350. That is the reason behind its inception and conception. Now talking about the headlamp, you get a regular headlamp, not a LED headlamp. This is the normal halogen, and the headlamp housing feels a little flimsy. So even the turn indicators look old school, and the most flimsy part is the speedo console here. Doesn't match the kind of quality and standards that Royal Enfield usually comes up with, especially when the 650 twins were launched. There was no compromise whatsoever, but this one looks a little downscaled to match the price. So that is one thing that I felt a little sad about. Even the wires, the way they are arranged and the way they are exposed, feels a little clumsy. But apart from that, the nice teardrop shaped tank gives you a clear classic retro scrambler kind of a feel. You can add some ribbed tank pads right over here to enhance that look. 13-liter tank, so it is not a puny 10-liter or 11-liter tank. Decent enough tank range it's going to offer at the end of it all. Neatly laid out seat, again not too much of fuss happening here, not too much of rush happening here. Plain Jane seat, adequate room for the rider, and just enough manageable room for the pillion, and a rib pattern seat or a seat cover. We know that Royal Enfield comes with umpteen number of hundreds of accessories that you can slap on later, so maybe that is on the way. For now, this is what you get in this plain Jane treatment, but I love the color scheme. I love the simple, neat nature of this. Then looking at the engine, powering the bike is a 349cc J series engine that puts out 20 bhp of max power and 27 newton meters of max torque. So that emphasizes that this is a torque master. The more you rev it through the mid-range, the more the bike comes alive. You can cruise at 100 kilometers per hour on this. You will find that while I'm doing my ride review. Also, nice short stubby exhaust, good exhaust note on offer. I'm going to start up the bike in a moment. Twin shock absorbers at the back, and again a 17-inch wheel right at the back, right over here. It's a 120 section tire. Now, first of all, the differences between the variants on offer. This is the retro variant, the low cost variant, priced at 1,49,900. Then you have the metro variant, which again has two sub variants within it, one priced at 1,63,000, the other priced at 1,68,000. It all boils down to the color schemes when it comes to the metro variants. Now, when you have a look at the machine itself, what are the differences between the retro and the metro variants? Because you have quite a lot of differences. You can say 7 or 8 differences. Let's start out one after the other. The first thing is the tires. So that one gets alloy wheels. This one gets, there's a lot of width. I'm just hoping that the mic records properly. So we are continuing the differences between the retro and the metro variant. This is the retro variant, gets spoke wheels. The metro variant gets alloy wheels. Then the metro variant gets tubeless tires. This one, because it's spoke wheel, gets tube tires. Again, both the bikes get 300mm front disc and a 41mm front fork. So no compromise in terms of the basic equipment that actually defines the character of the bike, but there are some other differences as well. For instance, at the back here you get a drum brake, whereas the metro variant gets a rear disc brake, that too a 270mm disc, and you get dual channel ABS on metro variant, whereas single channel ABS here. Even the tires differ for the variant. You get plain Jane MRF zappers, so not too great to complement the handling characteristics or the flickability that this bike has on offer. So on the metro variant you get a 140 section tire, so that is fatter, offers better road grip, greater confidence to cut through corners with ease. Now, sitting on the bike, how does it feel? Seat height is 790mm, so I am around 5 feet 6.5 inches, and you can see I can plant both my feet flat on the ground. And for shorter riders, it is kind of a celebration, and kind of reminds us of the Java 42 2.1. Yeah, kind of low slung silhouette, but very relaxed seating posture. The handlebar is angled towards you, and you can ride this all day long effortlessly. And even the foot pegs are not forward set, they are rear set, such that you can stand up and ride through the dirt effortlessly. A little bit lifted up handlebar can also help, but as it is, you can ride and manage through the dirt trails of the woods or the backyard that you go exploring. This one, if you can have a look at the animation, speedometer, speed mentioned in kilometers per hour as well as miles per hour, and you have the odometer, and you have a I button here, which actually, this is the I button, which helps you to shift through the trip meters and the odometer, trip A, trip B, and odo. You have very plain Jane setup. Fuel gauge is given, thankfully, and battery indicator is also given. ABS indicator is also given. You don't get slipper clutch on this. The Ronin gets a slipper clutch, and this is actually targeting the Ronin directly. Another thing is, this speedo console looks a little low cost and made for a price, kind of made for a budget kind of a thing. The speedo console on the metro variant is better. It has a larger digital display and different layout. It is also part analog, part digital. It's not fully digital, but the digital layout is more prominent on the metro. And also you get a tripper navigation, the Google tripper navigation as an add-on. Another difference to note here is that in the metro variant you get an LED tail lamp and also round turn indicators, whereas in the retro variant you get normal halogen tail lamp and these kind of cost cutting turn indicators. And for a scrambler character or a scrambler lover, this one with spoke wheels, this beautiful black color, does serve the purpose for you. I can't wait to thrash it around the dirt. Okay guys, so let's put the Hunter to the test. The hunt is on. Okay, so it was around 120 is what we could manage. This is not a top speed machine, mind you, and the hype has been huge. So what all have you compromised? What all do you have to let go to arrive at that price? Yes, we have three different variants. One is this one, 149,900. Then you have the 163 variant and also a 168,000 variant. So 1,68,000 variant. Maybe those two variants mostly have to do with the paint schemes, but this is the retro variant. Then you have the more pricier metro variant. So today in the walk around, I've already spoken about the differences between the retro and the metro variants. Now, does that mean that you are having to let go of a bit too much? Well, not really, because the engine is the same. You get same 41mm front forks, the same 300mm front disc. In fact, people who like to drift around are happy with this because it gets single channel ABS, so you can slide around. The rear wheel you can go sideways. So that's about the enthusiasts. And also few things that I felt could be better was the instrument cluster looks way too below average for having a Royal Enfield brand on that, because they've upped the ante. They have really taken quality on to another level, be it riding gear, their association with Alpine Stars, or the accessories. Everything has been top notch. Then why this compromise when it comes to few equipments just to arrive at a competitive price? So that is one thing I didn't like, because I've always enjoyed the pure soul that Royal Enfield bikes have had on offer. They always stood up to believe in what they thought was right. They never tried to copy or imitate anyone. They went with the flow, believed in doing what they thought was the right thing to do. And now, yes, it, like when compared to the Scram, I feel this has the more scrambler kind of character rather than the Scram that they launched earlier. So that was more street focused. This one with the spoke wheels and all feels like a proper scrambler. Even the design silhouette reminds us of one. A lot of unconventional things to be seen to make it more unlike Royal Enfield, because usually they get larger wheels, 18-inch wheels or 19-inch wheels, but this time, first time, they have slapped on 17 inches on both ends, and irrespective of the variant you buy, still you get 17-inch wheels. Yes, the retro gets spoke wheels, the metro gets alloy wheels, the metro gets tubeless tires, this one gets tube tires. And what I feel is it is nimble, it is agile, it is really fun to ride. You can see the handlebar is very well set for you to go flicking around through the city like a proper like the RX 100 was complete hooligan, and during its times it was ruling the roads. So something like that. It is a slim, slender profile design, which actually, when you first look at it, you feel, man, just remove the front fender, put a front beak on it, and it gives you the feel of a scrambler. You can try it on, for sure it will give you the feel of a scrambler, especially the spoke wheel variant. And only thing is you can ask for is longer suspension travel, because you'll be jumping all over the place. And then of course, even the foot pegs are well laid out. The foot pegs are slightly rear set, so it kind of eases you out, kind of offers a good comfortable riding posture. I always believe that slightly rear set or center set foot pegs are better than forward set foot pegs, because it gives you the flexibility to stand up and ride and go, just riding through the dirt, drifting through the dirt. So that is what you like, so that is what you enjoy, and this offers that flexibility. Even the handlebar, even when I'm standing up tall, it kind of is not too short or too low. You can stand up and ride. And also, because what happened, the mirror is not fitted properly. All these things are clumsy things by Royal Enfield. See, this they have given it for review and the mirror is not fitted properly. So I don't know, but that's okay. You can see the headlamp housing. I'm not satisfied with the kind of finish they have come up with, the way the wires are arranged. But this is how scramblers are. They are meant to be thrashed around. They are meant to crash, meant to fall, meant for rugged use. So look at the torque. Wow, it has that good torque delivery to keep you engaged. So 27 Newton meters of torque and around 20 bhp of power. So it's all about the mid-range punch and the torque. Really putting a smile on your face. Yes, gone are those vibrations that the older gen REs were plagued with. Dawn of the 650s took care of all the things that needed to be done to ensure a vibe-free ride or offer more refined engines. Has been fine-tuned and tweaked further to offer more of a engaging riding experience. I can feel that. So maybe this is around 13 kgs lighter than the classic 350, but it feels far more lighter when you ride it, and the slim slender profile really adds on to the character, that is the nimble, agile, flickable character of the bike. 13-liter tank, though it feels a little puny. 13-liter tank, pretty decent to offer good tank range. Okay, with the floating mirror, let's do some off-roading. This is the regular stretch. The ground clearance, not really. Oh, this is where my new Skechers waterproof boots in collaboration with Goodyear come in handy. Okay, it is very nimble. Can't splash around water too much because there is one more shoot after this, but it is easy to move around. That is something you need to understand. I can go blazing and have a mud shower, but one more shoot after this. So overall, as I told you, standing up and riding very easy on this one, and very friendly because light and flickable at the end of it all.